Please see description for details of presentations and availability of book for sale. Based on the book Different Concepts 1. The New Global Brand Name, Corporate Citizen. 2. Blueprint for Trillion-Dollar Indian Agri-Economy are presented here. Useful for corporate and corporate citizens alike. Have a look. Project Fiscal. Farmer Industry Society Consolidate Agri-Leadership. Part 5. FPOs. FPOs, the emerging corporate citizen.
FPOs as emerging corporate citizen. An FPO is a farmer producer organization. A farmer is eligible to join an FPO by buying a share of, say, one share of 1,000 rupees. Likewise, about 1,000 farmers join together to join a FPO, totaling about 10 lakhs rupees. The FPC is a farmer producer company. An FPC may have about any number of FPOs under the governance. They may give guidance and give all the help that is needed for the FPO. The FPOs are being created like a joint stock company, a public limited company with a shareholding and share capital. So the recent changes on 28th of September 2020, those three bills which have given a sort of a freedom for all these farmers to be the masters of their own destiny, bring about a total revolution in terms of managing these FPOs and their capability. Now, when we look at $1 trillion as the target for agriculture economy, these FPOs are going to play the major part, not the middlemen. Previously, anything, legislation, everything that comes because of the influence of these middlemen. How good for them. Here, from now on, the game is different. So, Government of India, in the last budget, the Finance Minister announced that there will be at least about 10,000 FPOs, covering about 13 million farmers. There are already about 8,000 FPOs which are being designed to perform on an optimum level. But because of that, as we said, suppression by the middlemen, there have been a lot of problems. Now that those problems are being removed, we could expect substantial changes that will be coming. And the possibility of reaching out to the $1 million target for agriculture economy is quite feasible. Of course, there will be a lot of requirements, as much as MSME, or that I won't call it as MSME, as many of the companies, because these farmers, FPOs, if they are able to produce well with the changes in the pricing system and whatnot, there could be a lot of development and a lot of profitable ventures that would be coming with a support system for, like say, the suppliers of the seeds, suppliers for the AI. AI will make a big dent in their yield and productivity. And I have indicated as such in my book about these things. The book extract I've just now given to you. So let us expect something extraordinary coming, and the suppliers and as well as the customers are more important. We have to pay their dues. There will be a long-term arrangement where the suppliers are being taken care and customers pay back properly. There is a generation of big revenue with at least administrative requirements. So we can expect things to change very positively. Let me give you about director of Guchpro, one of the FPCs who have about 30 FPOs under them, governing about 40,000 farmers. Mr. Kuldeep Solanki, for you.
I represent Guchpro Agribusiness Consortium Producer Company, which is a federation of farmer producer organizations in Gujarat. Our mission is to advance the business and policy interests of these FPOs, farmer producer organizations. One of the major issues with smallholder farmers is they do not get remunerative prices post-harvest. We observed that most of the farmers after harvest, they have to immediately sell their produce in the market. This could be out of their immediate financial needs, or it could be either lack of or poor storage facilities within their residence or within their village. Hence, we through our network of farmer producer organizations not only try to find remunerative markets for them and establish business linkages, but we also carry out capacity building of such farmer producer organizations in the areas of aggregation, small scale processing, large processing, warehousing, and also marketing. As part of this initiative, we have organized an exposure visit to VNKC Agrocom Private Limited. I would like to add that we would also be entering into a long-term supply agreement with VNKC Agrocom for supply of groundnut and peanut kernels. As part of this initiative, we had initiated a pilot project in the year 2016 in which we had processed groundnut after procuring it from farmers. We had processed groundnuts and supplied it to VNKC Agrocom. And in the current year, we plan to scale it up to around 3,000 metric tons to 5,000 metric tons. We believe that partnerships like such will contribute a lot in enhancing the income of smallholder farmers.
Please see description for details of presentations and availability of book for sale. Based on the book Different Concepts 1. The New Global Brand Name. Corporate Citizen. 2. Blueprint for Trillion-Dollar Indian Agri-Economy are presented here. Useful for corporate and corporate citizens alike. Have a look.